of the trade, there's a place we all know, where stories spill like paint and the real talk flows. Baz and Sean bring the banter again, welcoming all to the Decorators Den. It's the life of a painter, the grit and the strain, the laughter, the learning, the pride and the pain, from pricing and burnout to jobs that go wrong. Every tale finds a rhythm, every struggle a song. New starters, old hands, voices mixing within, sharing truth like color in a freshly opened tin. They talk craft, talk care, talk the weight of the day, talk the mind and the mess, and the art in the trade. And when work feels heavy or you've hit your limit again, you'll find comfort and company in the Decorators Den. So raise your brushes and stories, let the chorus begin. You're never alone in the Decorators Den.
Hello, welcome to the Decorators Den podcast. Sean, you fucker. Welcome to the Decorators Den podcast with Baz and Sean. We are very proud to announce something pretty big. And this week we've been absolutely smashing the subscribers.
Oh, so that's how you're going to
I
say
just
it.
wanted
thought
to
you were gonna-
announce it because you normally do the subscriber bit, but
I thought you were gonna say make an announcement right there and then. Okay, so we have been smashing the subscribers. We're about 10 subscribers away for the 300. So obviously you can maybe notice down there at the bottom that Nap and Bristle has disappeared. However, the box hasn't disappeared. So we're hoping to hit that 300 subscriber mark in the next couple of weeks. We're going to get James from Nap and Bristle on even on a TikTok live, or maybe just a wee part of an episode, and we'll spin a wheel, or we'll pick a fucking name out of a hat and we'll give the goodie box away and I'll get that sent out. But we've got a bigger announcement to make, Baz, eh?
Aye. So the big announcement is we are now proudly sponsored. See the sponsored by Specco. So
That's right. So you can
if you
get
don't
your,
know who Specco is a paintbrush brand. I personally haven't used them just yet, but Sean has.
I've been using them for about 3 months-ish. Aye.
How are you finding them?
When I first got them, I tried it on a feature wall, and I said to Nick, who's the owner of Specco brushes, I was like, oh, they're a wee bit different because they're quite soft compared to like Arrowworthy and Paint Warrior brushes, right? And so obviously the first thing you try and do with them is paint a feature wall in it, and I thought, God, it's going to take me a while to get used to them. However, I think like, see, for ceilings or what was I doing with them the last day? Because I've been trying to use them as much as I possibly can in different jobs and that, I was actually using them today like undercoating and I did what's it called, half primer, and I did Aquaguard top coating. You know how Aquaguard's quite thick?
Yeah.
Well, I thought the bristles on these brushes are really soft, right? And I thought because the bristles are really soft, I think it helped with how thick the Aquaguard was like.
Yeah.
So it actually, like, you know how it kind of drags sometimes with brushes?
Yeah.
And you almost need to put loads of water into your
To thin it down and make it go on a bit.
Yeah. Well, I don't think you had to with these brushes.
Very handy to know. I'm gonna have to buy some myself and test them out.
So what?
What would you say? Would you say you have to work them in a bit?
No, that was
Was that a new one that you used?
Brand spanking new brush I used on it. And what I have noticed with the 3-inch and the 2-inch brush, like just these are the angled brushes. Oh, sorry, I'll head it up to the camera. They're the angled brush. With the 2-inch and the 3-incher brush, they're good for ceilings because
All right,
because
yeah,
they're so soft, it doesn't lay any brush marks. So I actually made a wee video through the week there and put it on my socials. Where I had kind of done it, and I was showing me cutting round a light, but they're fucking brilliant for ceiling work, by the way. So
yeah,
I think honest opinion is very, very good for water-based trim paint. Brilliant for ceiling paint. I haven't tried it in oil or Osmo oil or wood stain yet, but I've got a job coming up in the next few weeks where I've been really looking for it to trying them on like
yeah,
oak staircase because I think they'll be really good at laying on oak and like
yeah,
on a wood
yeah,
stain
yeah.
type of work.
Stains and stuff.
But for like feature walls, for like cutting in straight lines, so now if you're going straight for using say a paint warrior or an Arrowworthy, and you're going to use something
A
like
bit of
this,
a stiffer brush.
it's going to be like no a shock to the system. That's a wrong word to
It'll
way to
just
put it,
feel
but
different, won't it?
it
Like,
does. It feel that, and that's exactly what I did when I used them. But no, I'm actually really impressed with them, and they're not expensive. So you can get them at Top Deck Decorating Supplies and mybrushbox.co.uk, and also I think you can go to Specco.
so Speckle does actually have an Instagram and and a TikTok.
And I think
On
he's in
his
the process of
TikTok, I'm sure he's got a shop that you'll be able to buy him off.
I think he's in the process of setting up his own website though.
He's in the process of setting his website
That'll
up and stuff. So
divert you to the suppliers. But with the brushes, you get. So what did you get? On the flat brushes, you got a 3-inch, a 2-inch, and a 1-inch, I think. And with the angled brushes, you got a 2.5, a 1.5, and a 2-inch brush. So that's the 2.5 there. But
nah,
to
they look smart.
tell you what I do like about it, though, mate. Something simple it is. See the wee notches in the handle.
Yeah,
And I know some painting companies do that, but see how much nicer that feels in your
yeah.
hand compared to like.
Some other.
Sorry, I clicked back on my
I thought you
keyboard.
was doing that then.
Or did you think I was? Sorry, I froze for this. I actually clicked back in my keyboard. So I compared to some of the chunkier handle brushes. Sometimes I feel like I get a bit like carpal tunnel, like my hand
I was
cramps.
talking about that before to this other decorator.
And your hand almost feels like it's getting sore.
Yeah,
No, with these it doesn't. And they're no expensive either, by the way. They're
that's good.
very. I don't know exactly what they are right now because obviously it's got a few different suppliers, but a lot cheaper than
Some of the bigger
let's
brands
say
out there.
premium paintbrushes. And we've spoke to Nick. The both of us have spoke to Nick quite a bit.
Yeah. Sorry, just before we get on to about talking to Nick, the last few days, a lot more people have been trying them brushes, and everyone said they're really good. And that isn't anything to do with us. That's just people off their own back just saying how good they are. So yeah, definitely give them a try out if you've not tried them already.
Mate, I honestly would not sit here and say they were good or they were decent if they were
Yeah.
total shit and they were
Well, I'm
bashers.
going off Sean's recommendation.
If
We
I thought they
we
were,
wouldn't be sponsored by him if they were absolutely terrible.
and if I thought they were only for putting in bin seal and throwing away,
Yeah,
I'd be saying
won't
that
be worth
they're
it,
not.
would
They're
it?
no. They're honestly. They were for the price point. They're surprisingly good.
Yeah, that's good to know.
And so like I was going to say there, we've
Especially as well if you're on a job where you've maybe not washed all your brushes out, they're affordable enough where you just nip out, get some more. Fucking, you're not like gonna fork out 30 quid now for a box of brushes, 40 quid.
I honestly think if they come into like a local place near you and they're £20, 25 quid a box, I honestly think if you what's 25 quid? You spend 25 quid on 4 pints at a weekend.
Yeah,
If you were to spend 25 quid on a box of brushes or 20 quid, whatever they turn out to be, I think you'll be fucking delighted with them. Personally, I think you'll be amazed how good they're. Like I say, ceilings, your AquaGuard, your Scuff X, all your thicker water-based trim paints. Like I think it was quite surprising. And what I was going to say there about Nick was that he's we've spoke to him quite a bit. He's obviously a painter and decorator himself, which I think helps a wee bit.
Yeah.
Like Paint Warrior. Paint Warrior's a decorator making brushes for
Yeah.
decorators.
Decorators know what they like in a brush.
Exactly.
And
And I think they're so different for Paint Warrior's brushes. And that can be a good thing, as I kind of spoke about there.
yeah.
That they're obviously they're going to have different uses, right?
Yeah.
But Nick's obviously doing it a bit like our podcast. A podcast or being a brush manufacturer is a lot easier on the body as life goes on in it. If you're to sit and do this for a living, rather than or selling paintbrushes for a living, you're no fucking sanding skirtings doing for a
Yeah.
living, if you know what I mean.
I
So
think that's a lot of the thing with a lot of brands. They've never had to use the tools that they're selling. They've never been in the
exactly.
position of, right, let's make a good product, and which it might be good, don't get me wrong,
Aye.
but they're not the ones testing it out.
And they're obviously relying a lot on customer feedback.
Exactly, yeah.
Ken, whereas Nick has clearly made his brushes himself and made a brush for what he likes. And obviously the brush market's a hard market to crack.
Yeah.
And it's no like something you can just walk in with paintbrushes and everybody's going to be grabbing them out of your hands kind of thing. It's
I know.
the market's absolutely
There's
loaded.
so many brushes out there. You've
Yep.
got to really stand out.
And that's why I think these are decent, because they're different.
Yeah.
And like I said, the very first time I used them, I think the feedback I gave Nick was, well, they're quite soft compared to like some of the market leaders,
Yeah.
but the more I've used them, the more I've started to like them. So
Yeah, so if you do buy them and you don't like them at first, just give them a second chance. Keep using it for a little bit.
well, I don't think it'll be the case. I honestly think people will like them. It's just I
It's
went
not.
for
It's like you said though. It's the change. It's not necessarily the brush itself. It's just because it feels different.
well on the job when I used it, for example, here I was doing a conservatory, a bedroom, and a hallway in the same day, right? And I think I had maybe the Badger and the Steelmeister Pearl, because two of the rooms were the same colour and one of the rooms was different, right? So I was using the Badger and the Steelmeister Pearl, and I thought, oh, I'll try this 2.5 inch for doing the feature wall, because obviously you want to try it out in corners and stuff like that, didn't you, first, and make a nice cutting in video. And when I tried them out, when I tried it the first time, I was like, oh, it's going for using the Steelmeister Pearl, which is very stiff, to using that. It was like, almost didn't know the brushes were there,
Sorry,
like,
Sean.
so. Eh?
Sorry, go on.
Did you hit pause there? No.
No. I wasn't really paying attention.
Paying attention. But that's actually been used,
Yeah, it looks well smart.
innit? They're decent, like, very, very, like, surprisingly. Honestly think you'll be surprisingly shocked how decent they are. So obviously
Yeah, I
you'll
think.
hate
Well, it's like you wouldn't expect the Stanley brushes to be fairly decent, but Rob loves them.
exactly. Aye, that's it. And it's another part of you either like something or you don't like. There'll be people out there that'll hate Paint Warrior brushes. There'll
Yeah.
be people out there that'll hate Arrowworthy. I mean, you
Yeah.
get like I quite like the Axis Mink series.
Yeah.
There's people out there that if you were to put an Axis Mink series on like a Decorator Forum or on your
Any group or
only groups
there'll
and all,
always be
there's somebody that
someone that
fucking DIY
oh
shit.
shit,
They're-
yeah,
aye,
shit that.
exactly.
No
So
matter what
just
you've got, there's going to be someone. You
so
could be
no,
the fucking
it'd be nice to get a few sales for Nick. So it'd be nice
Yeah.
to like a couple of people to go out and try and put a comment in the comment section saying that you're going
yeah.
to try
If you
them.
want to try them, leave a comment or message me or Sean, and we'll put you in contact with Nick.
Well,
He'll
what
sort
about
you out.
what about this, right? Why don't we buy a couple of sets of brushes and we'll give them away to somebody? Well, I'm not saying we're doing it as a giveaway, like a competition.
Yeah.
We'll literally just pick somebody. We'll just pick somebody at the comment.
Well, I'll tell you what. You buy 2 boxes, I'll buy 2 boxes, and then we'll pick 4 subscribers.
And what we could pick something like the fucking stupidest comment in the comment section,
Yeah.
or something, a box each. A box
The-
each will be fine.
Tell you
What do
what,
you think I'm a
the
fucking
funniest,
millionaire?
the funniest joke, like it can be adult humour, dark humour, it can be whatever you want. If it's close to getting you banned off YouTube or whatever you're commenting on, you're probably gonna win.
Aye, what do you call it? We'll give a box away each. A box away each
Yeah.
is fair. You think I'm fucking giving away 2 boxes? You think I'm a millionaire or something?
Yeah.
You can give away 3 boxes. I'll give away 2 since
Ah,
it's my
fuck
idea.
off. Get fucked.
So we hadn't had a
Yeah,
chance
so
to
we'll
catch up.
pick two winners. Not winners. You know what I mean.
We'll pick 2. If we get some comments, we'll maybe pick you. So
If
you're
you
an
don't,
apprentice,
if you don't comment, we'll still probably pick you.
I'm not
Yeah.
fucking buying anybody brushes anymore.
Yeah,
You've ruined it.
It feels like for absolute ever since it's just been me and you. It's been
Well,
about
literally-
three week, is it?
4 weeks.
Is it for a week?
week.
For a
Well,
week?
you think of the caliber of guests we've had on in
Yeah.
the last.
And
I'm
do you
obviously-
know what though? The calendar of guests we've got lined up, like
to announce next. Yep.
yeah, no, it's
So,
it's gonna be really good. I think we might still think we're small, but I think when we've been looking at statistics this week, we're not as small as we think we are. It might only be at the moment 290 subscribers, but we're actually doing really well.
Exactly. I mean, it's amazing actually when you look at the analytics and see people are actually watching and enjoying it, and you're getting comments saying that people are enjoying the thing. It's humbling, like.
Yeah,
So let's rewind 4 weeks to the Talking Tradesman.
let's go. So that was a nice long episode, which we
Yep.
expected because he does podcasts himself, so he knows how to talk.
He's a very good talker. I tell you what I like about his style of talking, and I feel like it's something that we need to learn to do, right? See, when he talks to you like he uses your name.
Yeah,
if you watch
I
if
noticed
you watch
that a lot.
episode back, right?
But he addresses you by who
When-
you are.
when he-
So if he's replying to your answer, even though I've just spoke, he'll say, "And Sean, I was da-da-da-da-da-da."
Yep. I noticed
Yeah,
that.
I
It's
did
like,
notice that, which I
if
do
you
quite
ask
like
him a
that.
if you ask him a question, he's saying, "Yeah, boss, to answer your question," and then he gets into some
Yeah.
answer. And I thought that's obviously, because obviously he's got a psychology degree. Like we
Yeah.
found that out about him, and he didn't work for like Samaritans, and he's obviously a podcast host.
Yeah,
But he's obviously really clued up in his internet. I was going to say interview technique. Kind of. So I think he's obviously like. It's obviously has something to do with the psychology, the way that he can speak to
yeah.
us.
No, I do quite like it. It's
Aye. And
it-
also,
do you know
I
what?
think
It was very it makes you feel acknowledged, doesn't
this,
it?
I feel like it's something we should learn.
Yeah. I think it needs to feel like if I started doing it to you now, it'd feel weird to me doing it.
But even I think if we were to try in the upcoming weeks, people might notice it, right? But I think like as a guest, or I felt like a guest on main podcast when Russ was on speaking to us,
Yeah, yeah,
because of the way he speaks to you and how well he speaks, that even though you might have some apprehension or nerves before a guest comes on, the nerves are they totally dissipate by the
Yeah.
time Russ starts talking to you. And I think his mannerisms and his tone and the way he speaks, it totally puts you at ease. And I honestly felt like I was answering the question sometimes. Do you know
Yeah.
what I mean?
yeah.
And so very, very
completely agree.
intelligent boy, like.
Yeah. Well done, Ross. You've
And what else I was going to say something else about Russ. And I tell you what I was going to say.
lovely
this
lad.
This is more from what you for your side, Baz. So, but what people don't know is the amount of work that Russ put into helping us create this.
Yeah. Yeah, I think when it comes to setting your own podcast up and stuff, people just think you can just buy a mic, use your computer, and you go boop 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 boop, which might be the case in some aspect, but Russ actually, I think I messaged him about 10, 11 o'clock at night, and I was only expecting him to reply like a day or two after,
Yep.
but he, like within 10, 20 minutes, he replied, and I just went, I can't even remember what the question was, but it was something about like setting something up or how he does things, but there was multiple questions to be fair, like, but he replied, and he didn't just go, oh, that, well, if he's starting a podcast, I'm not fucking gonna help him.
Exactly.
Do you know, he could have easily just ignored me and gone, fuck him, like, but he never. He helped me set it up, he told me how to do this, and this, and I think just that in itself just shows you what kind of person he is.
Yep.
And although he might have only helped at the beginning, it was that beginning that got us now to where we are today.
But I think even though that this has become a wee success, like 6 month success, I reckon if you were to message Russ tonight about some problem you were having with YouTube or something, he'd message you back straight away. He wouldn't be like,
Definitely.
"Oh, they're successful now; they should be able to work it out." It would be.
Yeah.
I
But
think
then
he's
again,
always
it's like we want the best for Russ also.
exactly.
So it's not like one of them where
It's podcast versus
we're taking
podcast.
all the advice and he's getting nothing. If we know something he doesn't, we're more than happy to help him. I mean, he's been doing
Yep.
a lot longer than us, so there's probably no chance of that.
And plus,
But
we're fans of Talking
yeah,
Tradesman.
exactly. We actually
Yeah,
like
and
him.
so, I, so I mean, like, I watch quite a few of his YouTube videos and stuff,
Yeah,
especially with the decorators, and I've watched a couple more recently. Like, so,
yeah.
um,
I
no,
think
it's
I've got 3 to catch up on. I've just been absolutely chocker.
I've
But
got I'll hit you. I've got a whole back catalogue that
have you?
I hadn't watched.
Uh,
I've watched majority of the painters. Or I think I've watched every decorator, and I've watched like a few of the more recent ones. But I could really do with going away back to the very
well,
beginning and getting all the kind of in between episodes.
so what I did was when I first discovered who he was, I watched him, and then I think I stopped for a little bit, and then I was off work for a bit, so obviously I caught up, and then what I ended
Yep.
up doing then is just every week just sticking them on in work, and then I was
Aye.
stayed up to date. But what I've done obviously we've been mad busy.
Yep.
I've literally not had time to fart, so
No, I'm
that like
same. Yeah.
I've not really been catching the past 3 weeks, but they're enjoyable. Like I
Aye.
enjoy watching.
Because it's like I actually quite like watching or listening to James English podcasts as
Yeah,
well,
yeah,
and it's Russ's content. Although Russ is more focused on tradies and construction and things like that. That obviously does have some different people in it as well, but it's like the James English of the construction world. I don't think he'd be offended me saying that because James English is probably one of the biggest podcasts in the UK.
yeah.
Like it's Ken, so no, it's certainly like obviously like you say we're no colliding. Our
Well, yeah, I
content
think that's
and
what
their
I quite
content's
like because
totally different.
we're two completely different type of podcasts.
Yep,
Like, even though he is involved in the trade, he's doing his own thing within the trade.
yep,
Whereas we're in the trade, but we're doing different to Russ within the trade again.
and also Golden Finish Awards. What do you think about it? It sounds good.
It does sound good. I've heard I'm gonna win.
You're not even fucking nominated,
I'm
you
not even
prick.
joined. No, do you know what? It's a really good idea doing that because you're just spotlighting the people who deserve it, aren't
Exactly.
you?
And it was quite interesting to hear the way it's going to work. And obviously, I
But it was
follow them on
interesting to
Instagram.
see how it came about, to be honest.
I follow them on Instagram. It's quite good seeing a lot of decorators that we know popping up.
Yeah, yeah.
And so,
I'm thinking of going just to support a few people,
well,
me.
if they can if they've not fully booked and we can go and support like Murph and Dave with Black Canvas and a couple of other boys who've been put up. Who's been put? Adam, has Adam been put up or James?
Yeah, I
Jake's
think he
been
has.
put up?
Yeah,
Aye,
I
so it'd be
think
good.
there's quite a few, to be fair.
Aye, sorry if I've missed anybody out there, but aye, it'd be interesting. I think it's like a black tie
Do you know
event.
what I'm quite enjoying? Speaking of the spotlight, there's been a few of our TikTok friends. They've been getting recognised by brands and getting some, like, I don't know whether they're ambassadorships or sponsorships or whatever, but a few of our TikTok circle are actually getting recognised now.
And I
I
think
think Kyle's getting recognised by some brands. I don't know whether I can say anything more than that. But then there's Rob, who just hit 20k. Kyle hit 20k last night.
right,
I think Smarter,
Jordan.
I think is he Toad or Juno? Might be both, actually.
No sure. I think
One or the other, but
I think Todd
like
Tate boys said
people
last
in
week
our
when he was
little
on.
circle now are actually getting recognised, and
Yep.
like a lot of people get jealous and start fucking trying to do what they can to stop it. But I love seeing people succeed.
Well, see, that's I think maybe what we had seen in the last couple of weeks there is maybe a wee touch of jealousy for certain places because for some reason you just got a random hate comment, even though there's massive amount of shit goes on online
Yeah,
and stupid videos going on, and for some reason you were picked on,
I mean,
and
you did this absolutely ridiculous video the
you know,
same day I did a stupid video, but I got the hate.
but your video was quite funny. My video was borderline bannable offence. You can't. I mean,
Yeah, it was. Yeah, but
I literally fucking
think-
hung myself.
I think it was a bit over the top. I just don't get why it all had to stem like that. Because we private messaged and
I think it's maybe just.
he ended up apologising, but
Aye, well, that's
yeah.
fair enough. I think it's maybe just a bit of jealousy.
I think that's all it was a bit of jealousy.
Green-eyed
Like.
monster gets had. And let's not shed too much light on these
No,
green-eyed
no,
people.
definitely
Ken.
not.
So anyway, we had 3 weeks
Yeah,
back down the line.
so
We had
the
Mike.
second week was Mike, yeah.
Yep. Fountain of knowledge is probably the best way to describe Mike.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you know
And-
what though as well? I love how he's a self-confessed, what is it, product nerd or something?
Product geek.
Product geek.
Yep.
But he does actually love it though, doesn't he? Like if you type in like something like is Zinder any good, or is this product any good, is Polyvine any good, is this, it'll come up on Google, Decorators Forum review,
Yep.
blah blah blah, and it'll come up with what. So he's done quite well at being a product geek. He's doing something that he loves, and I think it's fucking. It's class to see it. To be fair, I think a lot of people rely on him,
Probably.
on his opinion.
I think honestly, he's probably one of the biggest names in the UK decorating industry.
But he doesn't
and
see
like,
it. He doesn't see that though, does
No,
he?
he does see it, and I'm got to tell you for why though, boss. Right, obviously you've got like Paint Warrior, you've got Foxy, you've got Stuart McLean who's massive, Joanne Hay who's massive. You've got loads of big names in the decorating world, and all these folk are massive in their aim different ways, like whether it's quality of work, the type of work they're putting out, and whatever it may be, right? But I think Mike is up there because of his intelligence, right?
Yeah.
Because he's a product geek, self-professed, I think I said that right, product geek, right? Obviously, when he was sitting talking to us, see his knowledge about the paint, the way the polymers and you would take him back and watch the episode because it was losing me with his terminology sometimes, and I'm not sitting here saying that I know everything about paint and decorating, but I would class myself as like an expert or I'm clued up would be a better way of saying it, right?
You're knowledged enough to know what you're talking
To know
about
what I'm
and
talking
to
about, right?
explain to people.
But however, this is what his intelligence even
Expands a
I
bit,
think
doesn't it?
it
Because
guns to
he
like a
goes
fourth
beyond.
level. No, well, it guns to a fourth level. This is how it's so much better. So there's a video on his. It was on his platform today. However, there's a lady that works with him right now, right? But they make a video and it was like, I'm going to show you how to cut round a socket. So she took the paint. Mike was obviously there filming it. She unscrewed the socket, but she used a butter knife.
Yeah.
And then she put a bit of tape over the socket and then she painted round it. But clearly she didn't mean to hit the socket, but she you could see there was a wee tiny bit of paint that went onto the socket, right? And then she just screwed the socket back to the wall and follow me for more decorating hacks, which is a kind of wee slogan. So I like the video, click the comments on it. Buy a fucking screwdriver. Why you not using a screwdriver?
Yeah.
Blah de blah. Everything about this, but because he used a butter knife, right? And what people don't realise when they're watching the videos is Mike's thought. What we'll do is we'll unscrew a socket.
Yeah.
We'll do everything nearly
Everything
right
is so planned,
in it.
and he knows what he's doing. And
100% this.
people just
So he's got exactly hook, line, and sinker. So he's got the intelligence about. He's got the real intelligence. So he could totally lose you with the chemicals and what the products do and all this stuff. But he's also got the intelligence to know how to engage.
how to grab people's attention and
Exactly.
how to. Yeah.
Aye, so I think a lot of us could take a leaf out of Mike's book.
Yeah, definitely.
And also, I know Mike's a avid listener to the podcast and enjoys tuning in, and he'll maybe listen to halfway through and stuff like that. And I've got something that I've been doing last Saturday, that Mike will absolutely detest.
Go on.
So it's miscoating, but I decided I'm an experimental decorator. So I seen he had a post up on his Facebook last night even when he put on, like, do you always follow like normal procedures? You'll use, like, say, Johnston's primer, you'll use Aquaguard undercoat, and you'll use Aquaguard satin top coat, or do you mix and match primers, undercoats or top coats, or do you just use whatever? Well, last week when I miscoated the upstairs of this house, I used 50% contract matte, 25% Zinsser guards, and 25% water, and mixed it together and miscoated with it.
And how did that work out?
It seems fucking dynamite. I don't know. Like I said,
long gone now.
well, no. I've obviously got to go back and do like colours and ceilings on the wall, but I just thought it was one. I was spraying the upside of the house. It was that week when I did the frog tape video.
All right, yeah.
Frog tape.
Fucking hell, Sean.
Toad tape. Sorry. It was that week when I did the toad tape video.
They're gonna want us to take that episode down, and they're gonna fucking never talk to us ever again. Toad. He's got it written down, and he's still saying fucking frog.
I know. I'm sorry. But anyway, when I made the toad tape, when I was taping up the windows, it was that house that was spraying, and I thought, I'm going to because I'd bought Zinsser guards, I thought I might do the bathrooms because some of them were going to be tiled. But then when I got there, the bathrooms weren't ready, and I thought, you know something, I'm going to use like some of that fucking Zinsser guards and just put it in with my mist coat and see what happens. So we'll find out in a few weeks if my paint's peeling off the wall or something. So I'm really sorry, Mike. That's probably like sacrilege doing that to you. But
he's probably listening to that now and going, oh my fucking god, what has he done?
He's probably broke.
This
his
is why
phone.
you shouldn't do it, Sean.
He'll be annoyed because I'm using contract matte to miscoat. He'll be annoyed that I'm mixing up main fucking combination. Do you remember Rule 5, Buzz?
What?
Do you remember Rule 5?
Rule 5, I know, it's the fucking dog.
Stop whinging.
So, yeah, we had Speed King on after Mike.
Yep.
That
So
was That was a little last minute treat that for people,
that
wasn't
was 2 weeks ago, so it was obviously flavour of the month when we
Yeah.
got him on. Sorry. The surprising thing with that episode is how well the views had in on it.
it? Yeah, really well. I think currently, right as it stands, it's like 605.
See, I looked a couple of nights ago and it was $5.99, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I feel like just putting it on one, but I think it goes with IP address.
Is it?
So I don't think, or device, maybe your device thing. So you could what you
Well,
could
won't
put
it
it on
be
your
account? Won't it be your account?
well.
602 it is.
So even if you were to put it on your TV again and watch the whole episode again, it doesn't count as another view.
No, so
You hate to watch it on a new device if you were to
yeah,
let it
yeah,
count as a
yeah.
view. I think that's how it works. But
If
six
if I watched it
on
5 times, it'd still only be one view.
one view, unless if you watched it on your phone, your computer, your
Yeah,
PC.
yeah. Which
Aye, so
couldn't be asked doing that, like.
no, I watch the episodes on my telly every week. But
Yeah,
Speed King, I feel like we finished the episode, and I'm undecided of whether it's a genius or it's a
no.
chancer.
My opinion is he just hasn't got a clue.
I think he's a twerp.
He's definitely a twerp, and he's definitely the biggest chancer on TikTok. But do you know what though? I don't like just because he hasn't. I think he hasn't got a clue, and I don't dislike the guy. Like,
Mate, I honestly, I'm going to tell you for why I don't think he's an idiot, and why I think it's no total like a character he's played. Because today I seen a video where he was using a electric sander, and
yeah,
it must have had 100 comments on it, and they're all
yeah,
like,
saying, "Oh, I thought he didn't use electric sanders." I thought,
exactly. So if
yeah.
it's not just it's not stupid. Let's say
Oh no,
that.
he's definitely not stupid. Like,
Yep.
he knows how to play people. Like I say, I don't dislike him at all.
And at the end of the day, mate, he's out there grafting.
Yeah,
He's better than some lazy bastards
I'm
that sit home.
I'm never gonna go and hate on a decorator. Like,
No.
like I said on the episode, the only thing I disliked is that I said something nice to him and he was a knobhead back. That's the only thing I disliked. I don't dislike him. I
Aye.
just decided to unfollow him.
And we wouldn't call it.
Speaking of
Because we're-
speaking, actually, I've been on a bungalow this week. Don't know if you saw it. I've been on a bungalow this week, and there was another decorator from a different firm working on the other bungalow next door.
Right.
And obviously we've been talking through the week, and today I was leaving. I was like packing up and stuff, and then I stood chatting to him for like 15 minutes, and we got onto the thing of TikTok, and he was like, "Oh, do you know who I love on TikTok? Speed King. He's fucking class him. I love him, me." And he's a Scouser, so you can imagine his fucking Scouse accent. And I
Alright,
said-
soft lad.
I said, "Well, I tell you what, we'll do a video, because he'll see the video." And he ended up doing it, like recording, going, "Oh, I love your work. I've been watching you on TikTok. Keep smashing it, lad." And keep proper
you
loves him.
You should have fucking told him.
I
About
told
the
him about the
podcast.
podcast. I told him to. I showed him. I
And you
don't know
should-
whether
you
he'll
should've-
watch it or not, but I told him
We
to
could
watch
have-
it.
We could have been needing 9 subscribers by the end of the night.
Innit? I mean, we got a subscriber about an hour ago, so it might have been him. I forgot.
There you go.
I forgot his name. I don't know what his name is.
Okay. Shout out to Anonymous.
And anonymous painter. shout out to the Scouse painter.
Shout out to. Hey, that's not a bad fucking TikTok name, by the way, is it?
Innit? Yeah, no,
Um,
but and again, I don't dislike Speed King. He has actually helped us quite a bit, without
And-
even really realizing it, because that's our biggest viewed
Video.
Instagram
By far.
episode is what I was looking for.
And another thing, what we both obviously decide today on this podcast, and I think how me and you get on so well is that we're not the type of decorators to put hateful comments in other decorators' videos.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
if I don't like a video, I just scroll past it.
Yeah.
And if and what I try and do is stop drinking out the carton. If what I try and do is if I'm seeing another decorator on TikTok, I'll try and maybe like it or repost it or
Yeah.
put a wee comment, even just
Yeah.
a couple of
See, I do the
emojis.
same.
Ken, and I think that can help boost people's
Boost.
profiles and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
that's
Well,
we're trying to be,
I'm going to give someone a shout out now, actually.
go
There's a
for it.
guy who I've been following for a little bit. He's got 51 followers. I'm just waiting for his number so I can add him to the WhatsApp group. But 51 followers. He's called the Dead Good Decorator.
Right.
And he seems like a really sound guy. I've been trying to repost his stuff and like his stuff and do what I can. But yeah, he's only on 51 followers so far. So
So there we go. Go on and look out for
go and help a fellow decorator out.
Aye. Exactly. We're trying to build something supportive here for
Yeah, exactly. And
decorators.
I think that gets past some people, doesn't it? I think they don't really get what we're actually doing.
Aye.
Like one of them comments, "Oh, you and your TikTok friends did." Like we're not destroying the trade at all. We're literally trying to build it up and build every other decorator up.
And I think like it's fucking TikTok. You know what I mean?
How are you going to be offended of a video that isn't even aimed at you?
It's TikTok's meant to be a joke. God, you get fucking people dancing and making stupid videos and me walking up the stair in my boxer shorts and you're fucking
Do you know your video before? And you said you put it was something like, "Why do I always end up getting my ass out when I'm recording or when I'm working or something?" I was half expecting you to walk past that mirror and just have your ass out.
I made a video years ago where it was a naked painter video. It's probably on my pinned comment videos where I was like totally naked and I went and picked up my dusting brush and scraper. And then what I did was a few weeks later, I thought, I was working in a house with like a mirrored wardrobe. So I was myself in the house, but I totally stripped my clothes off, right? And I walked past with the phone up like this. Confession time, by the way. I hear confession every week it seems to me at the moment. I had my phone up like that, and what I did was I said something along the lines of, you get some fucking dickheads on TikTok, they're reporting my video and they've complained about me being naked and I'm just here to apologise. But when I was talking on the phone, I swung round so you could see my arse in the mirror wardrobe. And I thought to myself, like, you know how you make a video sometime and you're laughing your head off thinking, oh, that's fucking brilliant, that'll get loads of likes. I think you'd be lucky if it get 50 likes in it or whatever it was. It didn't fucking terrible. I think I think
if you posted it now, it'd do well.
It either wasn't funny or nobody noticed my arse, nobody watched off.
You're like, oh, fucking hell, it's him again.
I think I've got about 700 videos on my TikTok. You'd hate to get back to like the very first, maybe.
Do you know what? 100. Before we started following each other, so you post memories quite a lot, don't you?
Yep.
I don't know how you do that, but you post memories quite a lot, and there was a video, and do you know which one it was? And we wasn't even following each other at this point, but I remember seeing it at the time.
Right.
You was cutting in blindfolded.
Right.
And that was the first ever video I saw of yours, but we wasn't following each other at that point. And I saw it, and I went, I've seen this exact video before, and now I know who it was, and it was you.
Weird that, innit?
But yeah, we wasn't following each other at this point.
I had my TikTok flashed up with my 5 or 6 year anniversary. Kind of wee clip I could post, but I didn't know how to post it. And by the way, to post your videos for the past, you know the wee tab at the top when it's got like people's, they've got like wee circles and it shows you who's live and stuff.
Right, yeah.
Well, like up there it'll say on this day, or if you scroll to the very end it says on this day. Just click that and repost it.
All right.
And it's your videos for like this day last year or something.
Yeah.
I
that's
just check it
good, that.
every day and repost my videos.
Yeah.
When I reposted a video and it got 140,000 views. I got more views the second
Than the
time
original, yeah.
the original got, which was weird.
Yeah, that's good. That I didn't even know you could do that.
Aye.
Um,
So there you go. TikTok tips as well.
and he calls me the tech guy.
Innit? So there we go. No, that's stupid, apparently.
Not just a pretty face, you, Sean?
Exactly. And last week, we might get out of last week. Are we done with Speed King? He had said enough
Yeah,
about Speed King.
so we've covered speaking. Last week, we had toad tapes on.
It was definitely Toad. It wasn't a frog.
Yeah, it wasn't frog, no matter what Sean says.
What a faux pas that was. See, even when on the video that you sent me, the one that I used in my clip, I'm so embarrassed. It's just the way I'm like, oh shit. Because
Do you know what though? We both didn't click on until they went whoa, whoa, whoa,
I know,
and it was like,
even
oh
then,
fuck, shit.
even then I didn't
Instant
realise
panic.
So what you didn't see was on the lead up to that, me and Baz message in WhatsApp quite often about the questions for guests and what we're planning to do and all the kind of ins and outs, the things that you don't see in the podcast. And throughout that whole day, I kept saying frog tape, frog tape, frog tape, right? And Baz kept pulling me up for it, being like, you fucking can't frog tape. And I couldn't help myself saying it, right? And I think because
Before we started recording, he even said, I'm panicking that I'm going to say frog tape.
I know.
And you were doing so well, and then you fucked it up.
It's almost like, I had got Tourette's, by the way, but it's almost like Tourette's, right? That in my head I've got, don't say frog tape. And I was going through that episode, obviously my fucking brain farted, and I just, the first thing I went to was just put a frog emoji in the chat, Ken, and I'm like, I can't fucking believe it. They were, after the episode, when we finished it, we actually apologised, or I apologised, obviously, and they were like, no, don't cut it, we'll leave it in, because it was funny. And obviously it was funny to everybody else, but me. It was just an embarrassing thing for me, but they were sound.
I think it was good that they were actually really sound people, like.
Yep.
Like even your little hanging video, they were really sound with that. Which that was a bit risky, wasn't it?
Well, I gave them a pre-warning the night before it, saying like how dark a humorous and like I'm okay to make a video that's probably an 8 out of 10 on the dark side, which is up on the Decorators Den TikTok page if you want, and Instagram, I think.
And Instagram, yeah.
Go and watch it. You hate to watch it to the very end to see what was dark about it. But no, they were sound about that as well. In fact, when they were on the episode, they were sound as fuck, weren't they?
Yeah, they was really sound. And even after we stopped recording, just nice natural chat, wasn't it? Like, just as if we already knew each other.
Planning to come back on,
But that's how we want every guest to feel. We want every guest to feel like they already know us and they can just relax.
See, I think what happens with guests, sometimes we hit them on and they're like nervous when we start, and even we're a bit apprehensive, nervous, whatever. See, by the end of an episode, or by the time we get to the 20 quickfire questions in the end of the episode, they're totally relaxed.
Yeah.
And we're just in a normal conversation with 3 decorators or 5 people, as it was in the Toad Tapes episode. So I think that's what we are getting good at. They complimented us on our interview kind of style. The way that we were just leading into questions. They said they wanted to come back on and touch base again with us.
Yeah.
They obviously gave us...
That'll be interesting.
They obviously gave the giveaway as well. So,
again,
we'll just reiterate that. If you want to get... What is it? The test a Toad box?
Test a Toad box. I think they should be about $14.99 or $15.99.
Yeah.
But you get a couple of tape and drapes, different sizes, a frog,
2 inch 2 inch
you get
toad.
a toad tape, and you get some of the, what's it called, that, like the cardboard stuff?
The brown paper with
the paper stuff. You get a paper roll. Yeah, I've used it this week. It's fucking boss. Like, it's
exactly,
definitely my favourite goal. It's going to be my go-to tape.
When I came off the podcast that night with them, I had I thought they came across as really genuine and they really spoke up their products, right? And I went on and bought 24 rolls of their 2-inch tape. I think I paid about 60 quid for 24 rolls, which is really
Yeah.
good. So if you wanted to buy 24 rolls of Q1 for certain online retailers, you're talking about 100 quid, some places. Over 100 quid, by the way. So for value for money, and I would say, honestly, again, I'm no blowing smoke up anybody's arse. It's up there with some of the better
Again,
tape.
I did a video on it before, but we actually paid for the product, so we don't need to lie about it.
Exactly.
It's our genuine thing. Opinion.
Yep.
Our genuine opinion.
Well,
I keep having loads of fucking brain farts lately, mate. Like, I can't think.
Well, actually, Kyle has been going on about it for ages,
Yeah, he has.
saying how good their Toad tape was and their floor protection and the tape and drape and all this stuff. And I actually trust some of the guys' opinions. I don't believe that they can be the same way us.
See,
Obviously, if we're saying
I
something's
respect Kyle
good,
like that, though, because he's like us, where he won't promote a product that is shit.
and if we're saying something's good or we're saying it's decent, take our word for it.
Yeah, take our word for it and give Spec Cold Brush a try.
Okay, so
Because
no, I was
at the end of the day, if Sean didn't believe in it, Specco wouldn't be sponsored by. We wouldn't be sponsored by Specco at the minute.
Specco wouldn't be doing there. I can't point the right
Definitely
direction.
not.
Yep.
We're not selling
We're no
out to
sellouts.
any shitty brands.
Exactly.
So yeah, if you do in the future, if you see any different brands up there, it's because we trust them and they're actually really good.
And I'm sorry. So I was halfway through doing that thing there. So if you want to get involved in the Toad Tape giveaway, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow Toad Tapes on Instagram. It's at Toad Tapes, and put a toad emoji, not a frog emoji, a toad emoji in the comment section. Even in this video, we'll allow for this video as well. And by the way, see if you're struggling to find a toad emoji in your phone, it's a frog emoji.
You have to type the word frog, but it's a toad, right? But no. Anyway, Sean, we haven't even asked each other what we've been up to this week.
I'm sorry.
Oh no, I'm no longer interested anymore. Like, I just thought I'd mention it.
Well, this week so I don't know if you've seen it. I had a video on where it was really bad plaster work.
No.
It was like a famous TikTok plasterer did.
No, I didn't see it.
Well, it was really bad plaster. So that basically this week I'm miscoating. I'm not at the new build house that I showed last week on my thing, but I'm at like a wee old. It's like a wee granny flat for a old lady. I'll be there the rest of this week, and then I'm off on Monday. And then I'll be there.
I'll tell you what else as well. While you're on about old people, we actually got a nice comment from an older person on it's like semi-retired.
I seen it.
Big
I don't think you can call somebody like 70-year-old an old person, Baz.
He's semi-retired. I said.
He said we got a really nice comment.
Why we're on the subject of older people.
Aye.
Right, I'll rewind it. I'm sure I said older.
I'd like to apologise on behalf of the Decorators Dead podcast to the one decorator.
For the older generation, they're stuck in their own ways. So trying to win them over, that is a big fucking accomplishment. I'm proud of that. That's my biggest achievement all week.
Exactly. Getting them into a podcast, a decorated podcast, it's a win. Like.
But go on, for an older person's flat, yeah?
Aye, so it's really bad plaster work, and there's a whole house today, basically, but she's a wee old lady, the house is full of furniture. My plan was to get in and miscoat the whole house, and then do all the ceilings, and then do all the walls. I've ended up having to finish the hall, the bedroom, and the ensuite, or the toilet, sorry. Because you would have seen me doing the toilet, the video
Yeah,
of doing the
yeah, I
toilet
did see
ceiling.
that. Yeah,
And tomorrow I've got to start my kitchen dining room. She's had a conservatory built onto the kitchen,
yeah,
so it's a bit bigger, and the living room. But like furniture, you know what old people, they kind of clutter a
yeah,
lot, don't
yeah.
they?
It like what's it called? That hoarding. They hoard a lot,
Hoarding,
don't they?
aye,
Yeah,
something like that, Ken. So, fortunately, the carpets aren't staying. Although I am keeping the carpets clean, but I'm getting to cut round the edges of
yeah,
the
yeah,
skirtings and right down to the floor because she's getting the carpet fitter in the following week. So it's priced pretty well because I knew the house couldn't really be done in a winner.
yeah. Well, do you know
So,
what? I'm on an older person's house this week. It's a bungalow,
yep,
and I fucked myself a bit. So I priced for the full bungalow,
right.
but they was just wanting the living room, bedroom, and the hallway done.
And you discounted it for doing the whole bungalow,
No, no. So I priced it full price to do the full
right?
bungalow, and they were like,
Oh,
"Yep, happy with that." So I started tape draping all the kitchen, all the bathroom, all the fucking whatever. Started fucking
aye.
painting all the ceilings and what. And she come in and said, "Are you doing the bathroom?" I said, "Yeah," and the kitchen, and like the full lot. Oh, I thought it was just the bedroom, living room, and hallway. That's all I wanted doing. I
Shit.
said, alright. I said, you're paying for the full lot anyway. That price wasn't just for
Aye.
three rooms, like.
Yep.
And yeah, so I kind of fucked myself, but kind of not because fucking
But if you're happy with the price you're doing it for, and the wee old person's getting their full house painted for it,
she's getting a bonus, isn't she? Like, it's
that's a
fucking.
win-win. That's
She
a
was happy
win-win for
paying it
everybody.
for three rooms. She's getting
Exactly.
5.
So,
So
so, so sorry to cut you off. Back to my story here, but you know how I got that job?
go on.
So a few years back,
Right, and my story now is no.
somebody, a few years ago, somebody vandalised a church in my area
All right, yeah.
night before a wedding, right? But I say somebody like it was me that vandalised the church.
Yeah.
Some kids like egged it or threw like curry food or
Yeah,
stuff
just
like that
fucking threw shit at it.
on a Friday night, and on a Sunday there was a wedding on the Sunday, right? And
Yeah.
obviously they were in a panic, and so I went along on the Saturday and took my pressure. I wasn't doing anything. Took
Yeah,
my
yeah.
pressure washer and I washed the church free of charge, Ken.
Yeah, yeah.
And that wee old lady, she goes to the church. This is maybe 2 or 3 years ago, and she contacted me. And obviously, I've quoted for her, and I quoted for her 3 months ago. I've only started the work
Yeah, yeah.
this weekend,
No, yeah, yeah.
and she told me when I was there, oh, that, like I go to Wigtown Church, and I was like, oh, Ken, and I said that I know the minister. Ken,
Yeah.
obviously I used to run the youth club when we were kids,
That's
and
where our youth club was at the church.
aye, she said, oh, can I mention the story about when I went and cleaned it and stuff? So it just shows you, we good deed here and there.
Yeah, yeah. God's
Eh?
watching over you, Sean.
Aye, that'll get. Well, I joked with the minister when I was there washing it down, saying, "Oh, this'll give me like 50 good deed points to get me through the pearly gates when I die." And the minister laughed and I says, "Oh, don't worry, Stephen, I'll come back and egg the church again tonight to get another 50 points, as if as if it was me that egged it." So, aye, so just shows you your wee.
Straight back down to
Sometimes,
hell, Sean.
sometimes like taking a wee Saturday off and.
Yeah,
Like you do a bit of work in your own area. You go and do a
yeah,
free job every now and again.
yeah. I like to do that. So what I'm actually planning on doing is I'm hoping it's going to help my content online. This is a little exclusive. I wasn't going to tell anyone, but I've been dying to tell someone.
Okay,
So
play your trumpet.
you can all listen. So what I'm going to do now is when it starts warming up, I'm just going to knock on people's houses and ask them if they want the front of the house painting for free. And obviously make videos out of it and stuff like that.
Right.
But they're getting a free paint job. It's not going to be anything where there's loads and loads of damage. If it just needs like a quick refresh
Aye.
and it's in pretty decent condition. But yeah, that's my plan. My next.
Decent idea.
But
I'm going to do the
I
same.
do a lot.
except
Like I do like little competitions and stuff on Facebook, and I do what I can to give back to people.
I'm going to do the same except for hand jobs. No, I'm only joking. My granny watches this podcast. Don't say that, man. Anyway, where were we? We've got before we finish up, we've got an announcement to make for next week's guest. We've got our probably biggest guest ever. Do you want to announce it? I'll
No,
give you the drum roll.
no, I don't.
Okay.
No, go on, give me a drum roll.
I don't know if it
Do a
works
little
on mine,
thing.
but
Do a little an intense like build up, like a.
I'll do it while you're announcing it. I'll do heartbeat noises.
Ready? Yeah. This week. No, not this week. I'd be shit on fucking Britain's Got
Hurry
Talent,
up,
wouldn't I?
because I'm really losing breath here.
Right. Next week on the Decorators Den podcast, our guest is. Now do the drum roll.
Oh, just fucking announce it.
Joanne Hay.
Aye, big guest next week.
That's who the next guest is. Big
Joanne
guest.
Hay. Yep.
And a genuine nice person.
And
I,
and a massive advocate for female decorators, and it's this week the week we're filming this podcast, and obviously we filmed Joanne's as well this week.
sorry, Sean. How many people do you think through that little me trying to announce it? How many people were sat there? Do you reckon going, oh, fucking hurry up?
Aye, exactly. I was even saying, hurry up, but no, it's actually getting filmed on Women in Construction Week.
Yeah.
Or this week's Women in Construction Week. So
Yeah.
so I think that's a good week to
Yeah, definitely.
get Joanne on, because she's obviously a massive
It's worked out really well, that.
advocate for girls, ladies, women in construction. So a really good chat, and I want to say she'll be one of the biggest decorators we've had on, like
Yeah.
follower wise.
Yeah, I think so, yeah. I actually don't know what the count is, to be honest with you. I know I know it's big, but I don't know what the
Aye.
actual count is.
Well, we'll find out. Tune in next Monday, and you'll find out what the count
Exactly.
is.
Exactly that. Well done, Sean.
So
You had my back there, bro. Nice one.
is there anything else you want to add to this week before we wrap up?
No, thank you for supporting us. You've all been proper smashing it over the past few weeks, helping support us, and massive thank you to Nick at Specco for taking a chance on us and sponsoring us. If you are interested in trying a brush, honestly, Sean says it's a really good brush.
Yep.
A lot of other people say it's a really good brush. Go and at least try it out. You never know.
Try
You
them
might
for
have
your-
found you might
Yep.
have found your next like perfect brush that you absolutely love. You'll never know until you try it. And I think I'm done for this week. Do you have anything to say, Sean?
Just want to say that I'm serious about. I'll happily buy somebody a box of them, and I think Baz was serious when he said it today. So
I'll buy a box. Sean will buy a box.
message us privately, put something funny in the comment section, do whatever you want to do. If you're interested in buying them, just be cheeky and ask. Just say,
Yeah.
I want to try some Specco brushes, and just let me know, do you want the angled or do you want the flat, and I'll pick one person and we'll announce it. Will I announce it either next week? We'll send them out before we announce it. Obviously, you'll get
Yeah.
them, but we'll tell who's got them, and we'll either announce it when Joanne's on next week or with the following week.
Yeah.
And so,
Correct.
no, that was everything. Thanks everybody for watching for me.
Yeah. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to tune in next week on the Decorators Den, Mondays 7 p.m. I've been Baz. That's been Sean. See you later.